You might remember that when the Democrats passed the Inflation Reduction Act, the Republicans were pissed about the funding going to the IRS. Well, there was like $80 billion going to the IRS, and the Republicans were sowing all kinds of disinformation, talking about armed agents and a whole bunch of nonsense. But they've been trying to claw that funding back ever since. Well, we're starting to see some returns on that investment, and collected from about 1,200 wealthy families making over $250,000 a year, families or individuals, I guess I should say. Um, they have recovered $1 billion plus in unpaid tax revenue. This was money that was owed to the federal government that had yet to be paid, and this $80 billion investment has already got us $1 billion back in extra money back into the coffers. This was money, like I said, that we were expecting to receive. Now, Republicans are going to still try to downplay it. It's not a big deal. We need to do away with that funding and not have, as much funding for the IRS. But it doesn't just go after the tax cheats. There were the part of this money was also to hire more people to help process returns faster. They set up the direct file system where you can file directly with the IRS and you don't need to go through third party online processing like going to H&R Block or TurboTax or anything like that. You can do it strictly through the IRS, um, and doing it for free. So it's all been good things, but the Republicans are going to try to paint this in somehow into a negative light. Now, I don't know how adding more money to the federal revenue is a bad thing. We have collected money that we were expected to have already received. That is money that we can now use to pay off, um, interest on loans or whatever, or send out to do whatever we need it to do, because that's how the government works. They bring the money in through tax money, then they spend it on whatever. And I know we've got a deficit and we are constantly borrowing more money to make things happen. But, if we keep bringing in more money from the people who already are supposed to pay us, we shouldn't have to borrow nearly as much, and that should help make things slightly better. So once again, a win for Joe Biden and the Democrats. It's going to be a loss on the Republicans because they didn't support it. It's already turning over and helping, that's all big news. So another win for Joe Biden and the Democrats, another loss for Republicans.